Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Daniel Pineda.
Rich Masabny.
And here we go with another show. This probably, yes, it is, not probably, our last show in September of 2012. We're into the Burr months racing by, and here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If
you're
ready, yes.
Let's go.
Before we start, here's a reminder from my partner over here.
Well, that's right, Craig. Arlington Weekly News is available at www.youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. Don't forget that number 1, and also facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News. So please visit us on YouTube and on Facebook.
On the tube.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Daniel. Here we go. First of our news story. Arlington is asking local residents and businesses to reduce stormwater pollution, and they'll pay you to do it. The county recently received $80,000 in matching grant money from the Chesapeake Bay Stewardship Fund. The money will be used to continue the second year of a green project called the Stormwater Wise Landscapes Program. Its goal is to provide cost-sharing grants to residents, businesses, and homeowner associations for landscape projects reducing water runoff and pollution. There are 6 runoff reduction choices available, and they are green roofs, you got grass growing out of your roof, rain gardens, conservation landscaping, cisterns, that's a big hole in the ground surrounded by concrete basically where you collect water, walkways or driveways with pervious surfaces, and an infiltration trench. To learn more about these items and the county's stormwater pollution prevention efforts, you can visit their website. Check out the county's website for this stormwater prevention program. Sounds like a good one. Daniel.
And Craig, according to new census number, 7 out of 10 of the nation's most affluent counties are based in the D.C. metro area. Arlington has been part of the group before, but last year leapfrogged from number 5 to number 3. And the county's median household income is just under $101,000, which is $6,000 gain in 1 year. 4 in 10 households in the county are single person, so only a relatively small share of the residents' affluence comes from 2 incomes. With the median household income surpassing $119,000, Loudoun County heads the list, and Fairfax County is second. Both have held the same positions for several years running. Among states, Virginia is 9th, and you can find the rankings in the 2011 American Community Survey.
Yes, and Daniel, and other news items here. The Census Bureau statistics also showed that poverty rates rose last year in the Washington suburbs from 2010 to 2011. Poverty rates shot up in Arlington and other wealthy metro counties, including Loudoun County and Fairfax. They declined in in other counties such as Alexandria. What is that one? Almo. Okay. All suburban counties. Okay, anyway, well,
almost.
Yeah, all suburban counties showed large leaps in poverty since the recession began in 2007. Sorry for that typo there. Daniel, maybe you'll have better luck with this next one.
Well, Craig, do you know an Arlington resident community group, nonprofit organization, or business with significant human rights achievements? Well, you can nominate them for an award that acknowledges their contributions to our community. The Arlington Human Rights Commission is accepting nominations for the 14th annual James B. Hunter Human Rights Award. The award is named for a former county board member who worked tirelessly on behalf of individuals with little access to government. The application's deadline is Wednesday, November the 14th, and forms and other details can be downloaded from the county website. Use the search term Human Rights Commission, and you can also give them a call if you need any more information, 703-228-3929 or 703-228-4611 for TTY service and any information whatsoever. Recipients will be honored on Thursday, December the 13th at a reception in the county boardroom.
And some information now on county bus route changes. On Monday, October 1, There'll be several schedule and route changes for ART, Arlington Rapid Transit, route numbers 53, 74, and 84, and also ART 84 will have the biggest changes if you use that on a regular basis. ART buses will be changing some of their route schedules. For more information, check out their website, www.arlingtontransit.com, to see if your commuting schedule will be affected. Daniel.
If you feel strongly about the direction of high-speed communications for the community, then you can discuss your ideas at the Connect Arlington Public Focus Group. The group's goal is to help improve Connect Arlington, the future digital telecommunication on service based on a fiber optic network for the county government and Arlington County Public Schools, APS. Sign up by Friday, September the 28th to register. Space is limited and the meeting will be on Wednesday. That's Wednesday, October the 3rd from 7 to 9 p.m. and Thursday, October the 4th from 10 a.m. to noon. Both meetings will be at the county boardroom at the Courthouse Plaza on Clarendon Boulevard. To learn more about this, visit the county website and then search for Connect Arlington. Craig.
And Daniel and I will be back with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file right after we hear from Nort Beckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute. Here's Nort.
I'm Nort Beckerman, the brain health coach. Aging is blamed for a decline in cognitive function because nothing in the brain happens quickly. But it's a myth. What affects our cognitive abilities as we age? Well, first, oxidative stress. From the day we start feeding, our brains produce waste in the form of oxidants, which are highly toxic to brain tissue. Second, daily stress, societal stress. When we're stressed, adrenaline and cortisol are relieved. Long-term stress lets cortisol hang around. Cortisol is erosive to brain tissue. Third, toxins. We come across toxins daily, like car fumes and cigarette smoke. Fourth, illness. Fifth, possibly medications. Sixth, accident or trauma. Seventh, possibly arthrosclerosis, a gradual thickening, swelling, and hardening of the blood vessels, resulting from plaque buildup. This typically comes from bad diet and lack of exercise. But your brain is resilient. It can be repaired, maintained, and even grown at any age. You just have to make necessary changes and persist. I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. I'll see you next time for a Brain Healthy Minute.
Just in the nick of time. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Nort.
Thank you, Nort.
Nort Beckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute.
They're great segments.
We appreciate it. They are. Train your brain.
Train
okay,
them.
Here we go. Our CBB, our Community Bulletin Board file now on Saturday, September 29. You can celebrate the diverse fabric of Arlington at Bolivian Cultural Night. There'll be scores of dancers and musicians bringing Bolivia's exciting folk traditions to this country. This is a free event and will be held at Lubber Run Amphitheater. Parking is limited, but you can get there via Metrobus. Lubber Run Amphitheater is located on North Columbus Street and 2nd Street North, which is 2 blocks north of Route 50. For more information, 703-228-1852. And the next day, on Sunday, September 30th, you want to head to Kenmore Middle School for Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. Dancers, musicians, and cooks will bring a wide variety of traditions from Latin America. You and your family can enjoy live music, delicious, authentic Hispanic food, and fun for the whole family. The event is free, FREE free, from 1 to 5 in the afternoon. Check that out at Kenmore Middle.
Yes.
Sounds like a good one. Okay, we'll be back with our News for Seniors file right after we hear from our man about town for Theater of the Arts and a whole lot more, Rich Masabny.
Hey, Rich, take it away.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. The Shakespeare Theater has 2 winning productions going on simultaneously. They're so different, though. One is at Harmon Hall and the other at the Landsberg Theater. Black Watch is at the Harmon Hall. That's at 7th and F. Written by Gregory Burke and directed by John Tiffany, tells vividly about the Scottish soldiers in the Iraqi War. They are in an elite group of soldiers known as the Black Watch. You've heard of them probably, on basically a barren stage, except for an audience that's in the far side. 9 men amazingly recreate the mood and the noise and the explosions and machine guns of everything going on in the Iraqi War. You got to hold your ears to hear it. If you missed the show last year when it played, you can see it now, but it's up till October 7th. For more ticket information or anything, call the box office, 202-547-1122, or check the website, shakespearetheater.org. The government inspector at the Landsberg Theater, also a Shakespearean show, is playing through October 28th. This is as funny as it gets, with a locally star-studded cast. This 1836 Russian comedy by Nikolai Gogol is mostly about petty corruption in the government among local officials. The government inspector is about a young fellow, Ivan, played by Derek Smith, a lowly government clerk who is mistaken by the town's official as some Russian official who's incognito, who's checking on him, because they're all crooks. But he's not checking on anybody, but he knows how to take advantage of it. You can only imagine the fun ensues. Rick Fauché is the mayor. Nancy Robinette is his wife. Claire Brownell as the daughter. Sarah Marshall as servant. David Sabin. Craig Wallace. Lawrence Redmond. These are big names in Washington, big names. They're in this thing. Floyd King. Everybody knows this guy. He's crazy. Harry Winter, Eunice. I've never seen on one stage these big local big names. Anyway, they're in this thing. It's directed by Michael Kahn. Of course, he's the artistic director of Shakespeare. Again, for more information or tickets, call 202-547-1122 and check the website again, shakespearetheater.org. Cinetic Theater keeps on topping themselves. Really, it's amazing. This time it's the Robert Louis Stevenson classic, Jekyll and Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, with a full Cinetic cast performing at their Crystal City home at the 1800 South Bell Street. The company, under the direction of Pater Cisavili and his wife Irani, does the choreography. The wordless, breathtaking production features company member Alex Mills in both roles. He should win an award for this, you know. Unbelievable, playing Jekyll and Hyde. With dynamic music and physicality, the stage is filled with the psychosis of Jekyll and Hyde in a brilliant display of the frenetic talents of Mills. Amazing. 16-year-old Brittany O'Grady stands out as a monster's fiancée. Cinetic's regular Peter Pereira stands out too as playing Layson. Jekyll and Hyde runs through October 21. Try to catch it. For information, call 703-824-8060 or tickets 800-494-8497, and check the website, Cinetic Theater, that's where ER.org. One of the cultural jewels in the area is the Alexandria Symphony Orchestra, under the baton of the musical director Kim Allen Kluge. Last Saturday, the 22nd, at their regular venue, the Rachel Schlesinger Concert Hall off Beauregard, the symphony began its opening season with the Music of Humanity, as they call it. The exciting program began with the explosive Fanfare of the Common Man by Aaron Copland. Knock you out of your seats. Then returning pianist Yulina Gorman performed Brahms' Piano Concerto No. 1 in 3 movements. Absolutely beautiful. For the second part of the concert, Maestro Kluge chose Sibelius' Symphony No. 2 to close out a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. The next concert now, November 10 and 11. Don't miss it. For more information, call the Alexandria Symphony Orchestra at 703-548-0885 or check the website it's on the screen, alexsim.org. Okay, here. Now I want to tell you something. Chasing Tails is a wonderful restaurant. And it's located in Arlington on Lee Highway and 2200 Northwest Moreland Street. They do Cajun seafood, and it's called Chasing Tails. And as they say, no plates needed, no forks, no rules. They bring you a bag, like if you want mussels and clams and whatever, a whole bunch. They bring it out in plastic bag, yeah, in shrimp, with the juice there, steaming hot, and I thought it'd melt through the bag, but it doesn't. They bring this out, and I just think the people are nice, and the food's good, and I mean, they also got things like, for example, if you want fried soft-shell crabs, you can't beat them. They got it. They got a whole thing on fried stuff. I mean, you want calamari, you want oysters, you want it is, or did you like that Bayou bag I was talking about? Now, but they're nice there. They're friendly as all get out. So much so that I'm going to bring them on the show here. It'll be on the show on October 11th, and they're going to bring some of their food and stuff
Lobster.
like that.
Yeah, they'll bring some lobster with them.
Well, we'll see.
And shrimp, definitely
Okay,
shrimp.
okay. Now, I want to tell you something else about them, what they're doing. And you better call them up to find the details. Again, that phone number, it's on the screen, I think, 703-538-2565. They're doing a charity for kids, but the owner, this owner guy, Z, we all call him Z, he is a gambler at heart. And he gambled online and gone to Vegas and gambled. And he wants to set up like for the September 29th, he's going to have Saturday from 11:30 a.m. to 6 at night. He's going to have set up like he's going to move out the tables and everything and set up, make it like a casino, you know, all kinds of gambling. Now, you got to get the details, but there's some upfront money that you got to do, like a buy-in or something like that. But the point is, it all goes to a legitimate charity for children, and that's why I'm mentioning it. But it's a poker tournament, and silent auction, blackjack. It's like you're in Vegas or Atlantic City. I'll have to borrow some money from my rich colleagues here to go there and try to play. But here's the phone number, 703-538-2565, and tell them you understand on Saturday, September 29, all day is going to be gambling there, and goes to a good cause. So anyway, that's it.
That's great, yeah.
If anybody wins any money, give me a piece of it because I'm mentioning it here, you know.
So October the 11th, right?
Is that what it is?
I thought you
No,
said the
September
29th.
29th. September
29th.
29th.
October 11th.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Rich.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. As promised now, this edition of the Arlington Weekly News, our News for Seniors segment. The Comedy Club at Aurora Hills Senior Center is celebrating its fifth anniversary. Who knew they'd been around that long? The club is led by former Disney writer and comedy book author Michael Bloom. He's also a Harvard graduate, public policy author, war veteran, chaplain, teaches comedy, and a senior citizen. He's a senior citizen. This event is Friday, September 28th, and starts at 10:30 in the morning. For more information, give them a call, 703-228-5722. That sounds like fun.
Yes, it
Daniel.
does. Well, building a better budget is always a good thing, but how to do it? Well, it requires some guidelines. A representative from the Arlington Community Federal Credit Union will meet with seniors to educate them on the key elements of budget and to identify budget busters. This free program will be on Thursday, September the 27th at 1 p.m. at the Walter Reed Senior Center. Call 703-228-0955 to register.
All right, next up, the 50 Plus Expo is presented every October as a free community service by the Beacon newspaper. It's also supported by several Arlington County agencies. Every year, hundreds of seniors and their families attend. There are dozens of exhibitors distributing information on senior-related issues. This year's 13th annual 50 Plus Info Expo will feature political commentator and Fox News analyst Mark Plotkin. You can also hear music from the Traveling Heart Band. The event will be on Sunday, October 7, on the third level of the Ballston Common Mall. For more information, 703-228-4721. And, by the way, the interview, Miriam Gennari, in this program's interview, or tonight's interview, they'll be discussing the 50 Plus Expo with Stuart Rosenthal, the Beacon newspaper's publisher. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. And speaking of the Beacon newspaper, our own Arlington Weekly News, yes, TV, theater, and restaurant critic Rich Masabny and his wife Judy Masabny are featured in the October issue of the Beacon newspaper. The Beacon is available at 2,300 distribution points in the metro area with a readership of 300,000 in Arlington. It's available at CVS and Rite Aid store libraries, senior residents, senior centers, and some retail stores. So our own Rich Masabny, congratulations.
Okay, good job, Rich.
Great job.
We'll be looking forward to that one. And also in our News for Seniors segment, Carol Kilroy, Arlington County's master gardener, will meet with gardening enthusiasts on Wednesday, October 3 at 1:30 in the afternoon at Aurora Hills Senior Center. And she'll teach seniors how to keep their gardens going into the fall and share tips on planting bulbs and preparing gardens for spring. Arlington County has a tremendous number of backyard gardeners and various programs to encourage good gardening. To register for this FREE free program, give them a call, 703-228-5722. Daniel.
Kaylee Arthur, Director of Business Development of Virginia Healthcare Services, a home healthcare agency, will meet with seniors to discuss the levels of rehabilitation
Very good.
care available after someone has been hospitalized. The event will be on Thursday, October the 4th at 10:15 a.m. at the Walter Reed Senior Center. Ms. Kelly will share tips on what to ask when hospitalized and how to understand the healthcare system. For more information and to register for this free program, call 703-228-0955. And once again, we want to thank our own Judy Masabny of the Office of Senior Adult Programs for bringing us this very important information for this week. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely,
right.
yes.
Thanks,
we do.
Judy.
Thank
Okay,
you, Judy.
as promised, now wrapping up here this edition of the Arlington Weekly News, our interviewer Miriam Gennari and her guest. Here's Miriam.
Thank you. And now I'm here with Stuart Rosenthal. He is the publisher of the Beacon newspaper. Stuart, thanks so much for being with us today.
Pleasure to be here, Miriam.
Now, Stuart, before you became the publisher of the Beacon, you had another career. You were a tax attorney.
That's right.
How did you find yourself in the publishing business?
Well, it's an interesting question. When I was married, I just got married, I was an associate at a big law firm. And I came home one night, just a few months after I got married, and my wife said to me, you know, you really look unhappy with your work. You know, do you really want to be doing this? And I said, well, you know, it's a good job and it pays well. I worked hard to get through law school. Shouldn't I be sticking with this? And she said, if it's not ringing your chimes, if it's not making you happy, no, you shouldn't stick with it. You should find something you really love. Well, journalism was a love of mine from way back when, through middle school days, and it also was my wife's career. So I was jealous of what she was doing. Here I was, you know, hitting the books in the law firm, and I was missing being out there as a reporter and writer and editor and that kind of thing. So we decided to start our own publication.
Well, you know what I think is just so exciting is it's always hard to find or develop readers, but you decided to focus specifically on individuals who are over the age of 50. Tell me why.
Well, it was a market that was not really being served in the Washington area, and we knew it was a growing market with tremendous potential and also, honestly, a lot of affluence. So we thought this would be a successful publication and one that also would serve a need, really, because the community is growing and had a lot of need for information that it wasn't being given.
And I just recently heard the statistic that 79 million baby boomers over the next 20 years will reach the age of 65.
That's right. 1,000 a day are joining Social Security from the boomer generation.
So to me, it seems like they're a unique demographic. They were raised in a different era. So how do you think in this digital age that that you best reach individuals or consumers 50 plus?
Well, older adults are the ones who particularly like to read newsprint. They read books, they read magazines, they read newspapers. They're the readers. They're not so much using tablets or smartphones or even computers to read. So they're the ones that a newspaper like ours is really meant to serve. So it was a good match for that generation.
Excellent. So the Beacon in print is not going anywhere, even though you do have online news as well.
That's right. We have 105,000 printed copies distributed every month, and they're all picked up. So, or 95% of them.
Outstanding. In fact, I picked up mine today at Walgreens inside. Now, you do have other ways to reach seniors. You've got a big expo coming up,
That's
the
right.
50 Plus Expo at the Ballston Mall on October 7th. Tell me a little bit about that program and how long it's been going on.
Well, this is our 13th year to be doing expos in the metropolitan area. What we do is we give all of our readers and anybody else in the community everybody's welcome to come, a chance to get together and hear excellent speakers, lots of great entertainment, get health screenings, get flu shots, and visit hundreds of, well, up to 100, I should say, exhibitors of all sorts with good information, providing products and services of interest to people 50 and over.
Okay, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, but aside from fun, there are a lot of various issues that seniors are facing as they age, and some of them, reverse mortgages, what's it called, long-term care insurance, or even the concept of aging in place. Where do seniors go to get information on these important issues?
There's a tremendous amount of information out there, but you're right, people have a hard time accessing it or knowing where to go. That's one of the reasons the Beacon exists, because we cover all these topics and we provide information about where people can find more online or where they can go in person to go get information from different offices. It's one of our specialties.
Now, this growing population is also very influential, and we are in a heated political season right now, looking at issues like Medicare or Social Security and the concerns about its solvencies. What do you think that seniors most care about at this point on those important issues?
Well, I think those who are already retired want to know that Social Security and Medicare will continue to be there for them, and it will. Both of them will be there. Those who are coming up into the older generations, I think also have to realize that things are going to have to change. It's not going to be possible to keep the same kind of program with the same kind of benefits that people have been used to getting, because they're just, with 79 million more boomers turning 65 in the next 20 years, there won't be enough workers paying payroll taxes to cover those needs. There will have to be a change.
So there's definitely, politicians are speaking to this issue on both sides of the aisle.
Right.
Is there any hope that either political party might be able to come to some type of resolution?
Oh, they're very basic, straightforward solutions. Everybody knows what they are. The problem is no one has the gumption to really sort of choose them and say, let's go with it. Some of the changes are very minor and little, and if you take a lot of little things and you put them together, you get a good result. So I think there's no reason why we can't get there. It just takes some will.
Well, you've got tons of information on this, but also one of your guest speakers, Mark Plotkin, is going to be coming. He is a former commentator of WTOP, and he now is a commentator for Fox News.
That's right.
What can we expect to hear from Mark?
He's going to talk about the upcoming elections and the various important issues. He's going to talk about Virginia in particular, what an important state it's going to be. He has a lot to say. He's very interesting, and he'll answer a lot of questions, so I think it'll be a lot of fun to hear. People should come and enjoy him and get a flu shot and get health screenings and visit all of our exhibitors and hear the music.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're going to have some entertainment as well.
Yes.
And who will be performing?
Well, there's a group called the Traveling Heart Show Band, and they played last year and they were a big hit, so we've had them coming back. And we have Linda George, the runner-up in the Miss Senior Virginia pageant, who's a beautiful singer, who's going to be singing along with the band.
Okay, wonderful.
And let me just mention that's October 7th, Sunday the 7th at Ballston. But if you miss that or that's not a good day for you, the following Sunday, October 14th, we'll have a similar program at White Flint Mall in Bethesda. So those who can't make it.
Same guest speakers,
same speaker, same entertainment, but different exhibitors.
So, and if you had one particular goal for this particular expo, what would it be?
That more people should come than ever.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much, Stuart, for coming here and spending some time with us. I want to remind everybody to go to Ballston Common Mall on October 7th from 12 to 4 o'clock.
Right, and it's free.
And it's a free event. You can bring your husband, you can bring your friend, make it a date, and come out and see us at the 50 Plus Senior Expo, sponsored by the Beacon. Thanks again for watching the Arlington Weekly News, and we'll see you at the expo.
All right, thanks, Miriam and Stuart Rosenthal from the Senior Beacon. And get out there and get your copy of the 55-plus guide. Is that right, Rich?
50
Guess,
Expo.
guess who might be in it.
I'm wondering, some big star,
Yeah, don't.
some big television star. Who
Our
could it
very
be?
own,
Who could
as
it
we
be?
Rich
mentioned
Masami.
earlier, Rich Masami.
Oh, please.
Okay,
Make sure
that's
you
a
get your
wrap
copy.
for this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Anything else before we go?
Yes, youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1, and also facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News.
Okay, thank you, Daniel, and thanks to all of you for watching this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Have a safe week. Next week, you be there, we'll be here, and we'll do it all again. Take care. Have a safe week. Bye-bye.